Right, good evening, people. My name is JR and I am the FR Gooner. You could have been anywhere else today, but you're with me. I appreciate it. I'm joined here by Maddox Jr. Euro 2020 has started, so there's lots to talk about there. Also, we're going to talk about interested FC, not Arsenal FC, because there's a bag of rumors, but no action. But before that, we're just going to touch with the intro. Yes, people. Welcome, Maddox Jr. How are you, bro?
Not too bad, man. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Looking forward to enjoying these summer days. We've got some good weather. The season's obviously done. There's a lot of transfer rumors. No action at the moment. But before we get into that, bro, Euro 2020 started. Did you watch the match yesterday?
Yeah, I did. I managed to watch it, actually.
What did you think of it?
It was poor, man.
You think so?
It was poor, but I think it was the first game, so everyone's nervous. Even the ref was probably a bit nervous. He weren't given nothing yesterday.
Yeah, I think there was one, the handball.
Yeah.
I kind of felt. I thought Turkey should have got something for that, man. Yeah. Do you know what? You know what? There's a lot of times when the first match is boring. It's like a ball, 0-0 draw or something like that. At least this time we got goals. We got a bit of action. I thought that Italy were going for it. If anything, I felt that Turkey were they were poor, to be fair.
They did nothing.
Nothing at all. Like, literally, were just going to defend for 90 minutes and just hope for the best. I think the only guy that I saw doing something was that guy for Lille, the striker. Was it Burak? Yeah, Yilmaz. Yeah. He's a good player, and I was surprised to see that he's actually 35, bro.
He's old.
Yeah, bro. I got less of the old big man. Yeah, less of the old. But no, I was shocked to see that, man. He's had a good season, obviously, this season. 16 goals for Lille. Obviously, they won the league as well. He's done well, and he looked energetic up front. He looked like the one guy that was going to cause a threat or do something. Apart from that, it was all Italy, to be quite honest. And they deserved the victory. Can they win it?
No. I don't think they can.
I like the way you thought about it for a second, though.
Maybe they'll grow into it, but
yeah.
Yes, they had loads of chances as well. Could have been easily more than 3-0, but they were just a bit poor as well when it comes to in front of the goal. Yeah.
No, they were. They didn't really take the opportunities. I thought that was part of being the first match. But you're right. Yeah. They were a bit lackluster. And it kind of looked like for a lot of the match that actually Turkey are going to get something out of this. They're going to nick a goal. That's what I was thinking in the first half. So yeah, I was shocked to see Chiellini still playing and Bonucci at the back. Those guys, they're older than me. I was like, what's going on? Really? Like, but fair play to them, man. They're still playing for Juventus, obviously. Chiellini, he played 17 matches last season. So he don't, Bonucci featured in the Champions League and was a regular for them. So it was shocking to me, to be quite honest. But these Italians, it's like Pirlo. He done exactly the same thing.
Exactly.
So they've got those quality players that they outlast life, so to speak. So yeah. And do you know what? I think, I don't know if they can win it, but I kind of feel that Germany and Italy in tournaments, they turn up.
It's true.
They turn up. Yeah. And I kind of feel that whereas England never seemed to turn up, to be quite honest, those teams, they turn up. And I think they got, apart from those two defenders, they got a decent young team. A lot of the Italian players are playing in the lower teams in Italy, but they're getting regular football, which is good. So yeah, but I'm probably with you though. I don't think they'll win it, but I think they will have a good tournament, so to speak. So who? Yeah. All right, Italy's not going to win it for you. Who's going to win it for you?
I'm going to say France.
That's the obvious one everyone's going to go for. Here we go. God.
France or Portugal? How I'm looking at it. France or Portugal?
Yeah. Do you know what? And we ain't pre-planned this, but to be fair, I was going to go with Portugal as well, and I was also going to say France. Yeah, they've got probably the best team on paper.
No-brainer.
Yeah, no brainer. To be quite honest, if I was a betting man, I would put money on it. But the last time I put money down, I had to pay you a lot of money, so we're not going to do that again. We're not going to go into that. Yeah, so yeah, I think Mbappe, he's a top player. He's dangerous. They got all the top players, so I think France are definitely the favourites. Can England do anything?
Yes, I think right now they have the best team to do it.
Yeah.
Tournaments. This team right now, and everyone's like a team rather than everyone's in their separate groups. I think this is one of the best teams they've had in a while. So why not?
No, I agree, man. See, the only problem with that statement is I've been a man who said that on many occasions, to be quite honest. I remember the days of Lampard, Gerrard, Ferdinand, all those, man, Beckham. And I was thinking, they got a half decent team, and they're at least going to show up to the semi-finals and do something. And you know what? I've been let down. It's for many years. I've never really seen England turn up. Probably Euro 96 was the last time I saw them turn up. And to be fair, we've got home advantage. All our matches are in the qualifying. This current stage are at home. So yeah, I'm hoping that we can make use of that advantage. But like you said, like a lot of this team, they won I think it was the under 17s World Cup, like Foden, Sancho, and all those players there. So they've got experience. Go on.
They're more of like you said, the teams of like Gerrard, Lampard. Back then, they all didn't get along because I don't know
the rivalries.
United players, Liverpool players, Arsenal players. Yeah. But now it's like everyone's all friendly and they're a team.
Yeah. I was watching a clip yesterday actually of the England team turning up for the Euros to the hotel, and it was weird. I thought Xhaka was like one of the first ones there, and he was like he's speaking to Harry Kane and just like saying, we're not rivals. We're not rivals. Harry Kane was making a joke of it. And it just showed you actually it's just a job for them. Like for us, we're like, top them, and blah, blah, blah. But it's just like actually they're all brethren. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, to be fair. At the end of the day, it's a sport, it's a game. Yes, we are fans. Yes, we are fanatics, so to speak. But we want them to unify at this time and play well together. Yeah. So if anything that can make it work, I'm up for it. The only problem I have is Southgate. I think we've got on paper, we've definitely got the team. I'm not really a fan of Southgate. No disrespect to him, but for me, he's like a PE teacher. And yeah, he just reminds me of my old PE teacher. Come on, Jay, you could do it. That type of like, I can't imagine no tactics being shown. But he done well last time. So let's see what he can do. I'm not gonna like pass judgment now. I'm hoping that they can step up for it. They've got some good players, man. They got some very good players all over the pitch. I mean, attacking wise, you got the likes of Foden, Sancho, Grealish. We Kane, obviously. We've got obviously our very own Xhaka as well. We've attacking wise, we've got a good team. I mean, defensively, we're decent though. We're decent. Do you know what I'm saying? When I'm looking at the other international teams and I'm looking at their full squad, when we're comparing, we've got a good team, man. So yeah. Who's your player to watch out for in the tournament? Then would you say?
In the whole tournament?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with someone from England. I would say Grealish. I just think because he had a chance in the England team. I just feel like Southgate had to put him in, like for what he's done. Yeah. He had to put him in, so I think he's one to watch. Still, if he plays, he's one to watch. Yeah, no, definitely. And I think there was a period where Southgate weren't too sure about him, and I think Grealish has kind of proved himself. He's definitely one to watch. One of my favorite players.
To be fair, he's had a good season for Aston Villa. I think for me, outside of Grealish and the England team, Alexander Isak, he plays for Sweden, so it's a striker, rapid. Trust me, you know what? He reminds me of Nicholas Anelka back in his heyday. When I see him run, it's blistering. 17 goals for Real Sociedad this season. Arsenal have obviously been connected with him. Definitely a player I would like to see come, but I don't know. It probably cost us a lot of money right now to get him, and I don't know if that's a rumor at the moment. But we'll see. But that's definitely my player to watch. And I'm gonna go for France or Portugal, but definitely want England to win it. Yeah, definitely. It's a shame that Barbados can't participate, eh?
We'll stick to cricket.
Stick to cricket, yeah. All right, say it over. Now I'm playing with you. Right now, obviously we got the Switzerland against Wales today, so that should be a good match. But before now, we're going to touch on to Interested FC, as I call them now, because like I was saying before, we're interested in everyone, but it's a bag of rumors right now. One player that we're seeing at the moment, he looks like he's leaving, is Xhaka. And I'm going to ask the question: Are you going to miss him?
I would say yes, but the only thing is, if he goes, surely they have a replacement. If they didn't have a replacement, it's like, raw, we're going to miss him. But if they have a replacement that does well, then I wouldn't miss him.
Yeah. Before we talk about the replacements, and ask that question if we're going to miss him, I just want to touch on 5 players, and I just want to know your feelings, your emotions when these players left Arsenal, and if you didn't really care, you were like, so long, bye, or if it was like, actually, I'm going to miss this guy. So the first one was Ramsey. Did that really? In fact, I'm going to give you all the names and which one out of them. Well, I'll give you 6 actually. So the first one are Sanchez, Ozil, Van Persie, Fabregas, and Gnabry. Out of those, which one kind of impacted you the most? But you couldn't even turn on the TV. You didn't want to see no internet. Yeah, you shed a little tear.
It has to be between Fabregas and Van Persie, you know.
Yeah.
Well, Fabregas went to Barca. It wasn't too bad, but when you see Persie going to Man United, it's like, raw. That's what the team.
I agree with you, man. I think for me personally, Fabregas, do you know what? The only thing I didn't like is when they're trying to put the T-shirt on him, on the shirt and all that. I hated that. But the one that still gets me, and that's when I know that something hit me emotionally, was Van Persie, man. Like Van Persie, even like Sanchez don't get me no more because we saw him play the piano, but he didn't do nothing after that.
Exactly.
You know, nothing. But with Van Persie, for me, that hurts still, and because he had a great season for them, and also as well because we stuck with him. He had so many seasons of being injured.
Trust me.
And then he had that season when he was bossy, on fire. And then the brother just thought, you know what? I'm going to leave. The little boy inside me.
Trust me.
This guy. But yeah, that one did hurt me. But no, back to Xhaka. You talk about replacements. So they're obviously talking about Ruben Neves. How do you feel about that one? Obviously, we're looking to sell Xhaka for 17 million. There's rumors of us buying Ruben Neves for about 35 million. I think they're talking at the moment. How do you feel about that? Like, do you think that's and I'm going to give you some stats as well. So in terms of tackles, Ruben Neves is for 2020, 2021 at a better, I think it's 2.4 tackles per game average. Xhaka had 1.6 in terms of goals. Ruben Neves obviously got 5 goals last season. I think 1 assist. Xhaka, I think got 2 assists, but was it 2 goals, I believe? And also less mistakes as well. So obviously Xhaka's been up there consistently for the most amount of mistakes in a season. I think this season he had 2, which led to goals. And Ruben Neves had 0. But that tells half a story because we know with Willian, he was our top assister this season. Do you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to see him in a Arsenal. That dead is everything, in it. Dead's everything, in it. You know. But yeah, are you a Ruben Neves fan? Would you like to see him come, or is that not for you?
I would like to see him come. He offers something different. He's like a proper box-to-box midfielder. So he can do both defensively and attacking. With Xhaka, I don't think there's even a position for Xhaka in the Prem. Like, the position he plays, it's not like he's not a centre mid, he's not a DM, he's not an attacking midfielder. I don't know.
It's like, what is he?
Yeah. But like I said before in the other times we spoke, when we don't have Xhaka in the team, we miss him a lot because there's no transition for attack. But I think Ruben can offer something different. Plus, he's younger as well, man, and he's got a lot of experience.
No, 24, Portuguese international. What I like about Ruben Neves is he was actually had the most switches of play this season. He's one of the up there with the top. So with average of like 4 per match. So I like that, to be quite honest, because combined with the Arsenal midfielders, they still didn't meet what Ruben Neves in terms of switching the play, in terms of that stat, you know, of only 4 per match. So I like that. Like you said, he's got a shot on him. He, you know, Wolves had a poor season, but before that, he's a quality player. I just don't like the fact that, I don't know, like, it's like we're looking to sell Bellerin for me, and then we're looking to sell Xhaka to get Ruben Neves. For some reason, that don't sit well with me, bro. It don't sound right. Do you know what I'm saying?
With that, let me talk on Ruben Neves first. Yeah, I think it'll be different at Arsenal because we have more possession than Wolves. Wolves don't really have the ball. So
it's
still crazy. He has more stats than our midfielders.
Yeah.
And with the selling thing, I can only see it as we need to get rid of players because we're going to have a certain amount of players in the squad. That's why. They said we have money, but like they're not really showing nothing.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, personally, Ruben Neves, it doesn't excite me. It doesn't excite me. Obviously, Xhaka, it looks like he is going. I wouldn't be disappointed if Ruben Neves came. Another rumor I did hear though is that, and this is off the press, I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, you always be a guy that knows someone knows someone, yeah. And he seems legit. I'm testing him now, and he's telling me, that Ruben Neves, there's nothing in it. But in terms of it, but they were trying to get Basuma and Ben White from Brighton. How do you feel about that?
What? Why do we need Ben White? Why every year we have to buy a centre back?
All right, calm down, big man.
No, like our defense last season was actually quite decent, but it was just like attack wise, and even midfield. Why not prioritize those areas? But he's going for a centre back that's going to cost now 40 to 50 million. Yeah,
crazy.
Unless.
Well, yeah, there is that as well. I think the only confusing thing for me is he's a right-footed defender, centre back, the same as Saliba
and Holding.
Holding as well. For me, Holding, I'm not too like Holding. Like, you know what? He's done well for us, but he can hold one and just hold a corner. Do you know what I'm saying? But but no, Holding's good, and he's a consistent player for us, and he's a good squad player, bro. But if we want to, and to be quite honest, the stats don't lie. We had the third best defensive record in the Premiership. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's done well for us. So respect to him. Yeah, I don't want to see him go. But Ben White, he's a bad boy, bro. He is a bad boy. I sound like a mercenary right now, but 40 to 50 million, I agree, but I don't think that's the first position that we need to be looking at. It's not a priority. I am a believer though, when quality players come about and the opportunity arises, then you do seize the moment. The only thing is, if less on Holding, but Saliba's coming back, he was like player of the season for Nice. Like, why are we not giving him a chance? It's like, did he do something to Arteta? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because for me, it kind of looks like Ben White would be taking Saliba's position. I may be wrong with that.
I don't know. I don't think he's done something wrong, but I know at first he was like, he's not ready. But now he's gone on loan, come back. I think he deserves a chance.
100%. 100%, man. So that's my only concern, you know. And also as well, like you said, I thought we need a backup left back, to be quite honest.
There's so many other people we need.
Yeah. Because we know that Tierney, he can't do it for the whole season. He's going to get injured. Do you know what I'm saying? So who comes in then? Another player that was kind of talking, he's talking the talk right now, and he seems a bit frustrated, is Ainsley.
He can go.
That was the question I was going to ask you, but it was straight to the point. He can go. Pack your bags and go, big man. Utility player.
I don't think he's getting to the age now where he needs to be starting consistently.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll get at Arsenal. If he wants to play centre mid, he's not getting at Arsenal.
Yeah. I mean, beginning of the season, and that's the thing that I think that messed him up. Like, who are you? What do you want to play? It's like, I want to be up front. All my life, I wanted to be a striker, but I wasn't good enough to be the striker. Yeah, that wasn't my position. So I was a defender. So like, sometimes you need to know your role in life. I don't think Ainsley kind of knows that, and he's a decent midfielder, but he's never going to make the first team Arsenal midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not going to look to him to be in the center of that midfield, and so as a right back or right wing or right back wing or whatever, I believe that was his position, to be quite honest, and he was doing well with that, to be quite honest. He had a good FA Cup for us as well. Like, he's shown moments of good quality. But yeah, I think maybe if we can get, I mean, Wolves were going to buy him for 25 million last season. And we didn't take the opportunity. I don't think we're going to get that for him now. But if we can get some money, we've got a lot of players that we're looking to get. If we can get the money, perhaps take him and sell him, to be quite honest. I'm kind of with you with that, to be quite honest. I would take Ben White though. I would take Ben White. It sounds bad, didn't it? But I know we don't even need him. But sometimes when a player,
we don't need him.
I know, but I'll still do it. But only if we get. I wouldn't be. If I'll be unhappy if we got Ben White and then look, there's no Basuma or something like that. I do like the idea of Basuma.
You haven't seen any reports saying Arsenal interested in Basuma.
I know.
Ben White, but now you're saying Arsenal willing to pay 40 to 50 million for Ben White.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, and the thing is, I've seen a lot with Basuma saying he's an Arsenal fan. All of that, and then he's gonna go Liverpool. Saying that's Arsenal all over, bro. That's Arsenal all over. Another one, Andre Onana. Obviously, he's just got his results back, and it's positive news. Excuse the pun. So obviously he's got his band reduced. He can return in November, and I think he can start training from September. Would you sign him?
100%.
Yeah. I like the idea of him playing in our first team, to be quite honest. I think that he fits in with what Arteta's trying to do. Play the ball via his feet.
He's very good at it as well, man.
Yeah. His distribution's good. And I think Leno's not great at that, to be quite honest. But I don't know. Like, it's mad because at the beginning of the season, Matt Ryan, he came in. I don't know if we're going to sign him. If we were looking, so would you get rid of Leno and get Andre Onana, and then knowing that he's coming in November? Yeah, do you think that's a bit of disruption?
When he played, when we had Matt Ryan, he played alright the games he played.
Yeah, towards the end he played a bit better. I still didn't trust him, but he was half decent, to be quite honest.
Sometimes you can't even trust Leno though. Like Leno's some of the mistakes he's made is his mistakes.
You're right. And if we can get some good money for him, the only problem is the players that I like to come in, so Andre Onana and Basuma, African nations, man, that kind of disrupts things as well. Like, man's coming back in November, and then what African nations is what? When? December? Like, when is that? So then he's got again. Like, you don't even know.
I heard it's getting like pushed back to next year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, apparently because of COVID.
Seen. Hopefully.
But I'm not 100% sure on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say I hope that's right, but I hope that's right. For Arsenal now, because I ain't gonna lie. I do want Andre, and I think he's a good keeper. And if we can get him for £7 million, what? There's not even no thinking about that. Do that. And the thing is, it'll be £7 million, and we'll be trying to negotiate to make it £5 million. That's the type of idiots that we're working with. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But anyway, we'll see what happens there. I believe we are serious about him. I've heard that is the truth as well. So hopefully that materializes as well. I just want to gather your thoughts on obviously two more things really. The first thing, Daniel Ek, he's making a lot of noise this week again, looking like he's going to put another bid in to sign Arsenal. Is it PR or is it real? Can you see it happening? What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's a bit of PR and real, but at the same time, if you're serious about it, let's do it. Don't talk about it, let's do it.
Yeah. The thing is, the first, go on.
He should have just went to Kroenke and be like, what's a realistic offer you would accept, and then pay it. Not be trying to do this, then do this, then do this. You say, what's the lowest offer you accept? If he says, I don't know, 2.9 billion, if you got that, pay it.
Yeah. Do you know, if you're that serious, if you're on it, the only thing I would say is with that is that the first time he put in a bid, the Kroenkes actually said, no, we haven't received no bid. So then he had to show proof that he actually did make a bid. So if you're playing with people like the Kroenkes, you know, they're going to play games as well. So he kind of has to make a noise to show that I am kind of serious. But I do believe that is a bit of PR as well. But the people he got rallied around him, they wouldn't be doing this for fun. Like Tierney, Vieira. Do you know what I'm saying? That like them man, they're not doing it for fun. So I kind of believe there must be something maybe in this. We'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, it's a bit of disruption to be quite honest. Like I don't like Kroenke though. So and then man, they're Josh and his cronies. So if they're gonna go, they're gonna go. If they're gonna accept the money and it happens,
they won't.
Positive news. No, they won't. They won't though. They won't. Even though they're making good money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's good profit as well. We're not talking like little money here. Yeah, this is big. That was 2 billion. You know, so yeah, we'll see. And that's actually more than Arsenal actually value that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, the last thing I want to touch upon is the Buendia situation. Obviously, we lost out on that. I don't want to keep on going on about it. Apparently, we bid the same, but we didn't reach the terms that Norwich wanted, and therefore we didn't get it. It is what it is. Who would you like to see in that position? I want to give you. So there's Ødegaard. Obviously, he played there last season. He had a decent season. They're talking like 50 million or 51 million or something like that. Obviously, hopefully we can negotiate that. Another name that's popped up is Pereira for West Brom. 11 goals, 6 assists. That's for 2021 for West Brom as well, bro. You hear me? Right. Yeah, you're not impressed, are you?
Nah, none of them, man. Still, I can't. I'm not to be rude, but nah, I'm good, man. Not with him.
No, so not Pereira, no.
Nah.
Ødegaard. A bit deflated after.
Only because he's played in a team, so he doesn't have to settle. And but it was actually interesting. It was good, and it offered something different to Emma Smith-Rowe.
Yeah.
Adds a bit more goals than, but I think he's a tiny player, man.
Yeah. No, definitely. I didn't like the price, but he's 22 years old. I don't think we've got that money as well. But we're getting rid of everyone. Like last week, I heard about the tea lady going as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get those coppers in so we can buy players. So
Kroenke's got a lot of money, and they're saying be excited and all this rubbish in their
not excited. He's just chatting at the moment. But hopefully, if the news of Benzema, I know you don't like Ben White, I'll start to get excited. But I'm not buying. Oh, what's that on you? Is that the top? Nah. I thought you were Kroenke out, Rupa. I thought you were Kroenke out, big man. See, this thing here is from Thailand, Rupa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a man to make this for me. I gave him the design, and you're meant to be Kroenke out, and you got the top there. Them man there, yeah. Them man there, yeah. Talking about Daniel Ek and them thing. Couldn't help it, yeah.
Gonna help it, man.
I ain't gonna lie. The top is sick, man. I've said it before. I'm gonna join you. No lies.
Worth it.
No lies there. Do you know what? I wasn't really a fan of Pereira, if I'm honest with you, but I looked at the stats, and I know I should look at the stats because it goes back to Willian. But he's a good season for a team that got relegated, and 11 goals, 6 assists. That is a good return. You know what I'm saying? In the Premiership, Buendia was trying to do something like that. He done something like that in a Championship. Obviously, he got 16 goals, 15 assists, or something like that, or the other way around. But I was in a Championship. So I don't know. And 15 million they're quoting as well. I know we shouldn't really talk about. It shouldn't be based on money. I understand it. You kind of feel deflated, especially losing out to Aston Villa. Like, what the hell is going on there? But we'll see with that one. We'll see how that materializes, man. I'm hoping for the forthcoming weeks. Obviously the Euros have obviously started. I'm hoping that it won't be a case of just being interested FC. I hope, and the rumor FC. I'm just hoping that it will be Arsenal signing quality players. There's been a lot of links at the moment, but there's not been anything concrete that's coming free. Yeah. So hopefully something materializes. Last thoughts, obviously the match on Sunday, England against Croatia. Who's going to win that?
England. It should be an easy win. Revenge. It should be an easy win.
Hopefully it's revenge. What's the score going to be?
3-1.
3-1, yeah?
Yeah.
You're a madman still. I think they can win it still. I think I'm looking at probably 2-1. And the last goal that we're going to score, it's just going to be some deflection madness thing, but we'll take it. Everyone's going to be like, we'll take that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a penalty, and it wasn't a penalty, but it's like, we'll take that. Like, cause that's how England are similar to Arsenal, Huh?
Jammy.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how things materialize on Sunday. Listen, Maddox Jr., it's been a pleasure to speak to you today. Thank you for your time. Until next time, bless.